Hey everyone, I'm Erin and this is my daughter Megan. Hi. And we are here in our new studio space, which I'm super excited about. This is in my home, so this is a home studio, and we've been working on this for the last few weeks, and it is complete. So we will be streaming to you live from the new studio from now on. And we have about a minute before I want to get started, but I just wanted to show you the studio and also remind you that you are doing this at your own risk. I'm not there to help you or modify for you, so please listen to your body. Do what feels good. If something hurts, back out of it. Sharp shooting pains are not okay. A little bit of discomfort from tight muscles because you haven't used them in a while, that's okay. But sharp shooting pains are not okay. If something doesn't feel right, then don't do it. Yoga is a wonderful form of exercise because you decide how it goes. Each day can be different. Anytime you need a rest, you can just rest in Shavasana, or you can rest in child's pose. That's fine. You don't have to ask, even when you're in the classroom, live in person. You just go there and take a break and then join when you are able to come back. That is one of the beautiful things about yoga. There are no rules. The only rule is to listen to your body and do what feels good. So that's great. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, I'm ready also. Today I am still healing from my SC joint sprain, so I'm doing better. I'm like almost at 90%, I think, but I don't want to push it. So during sun salutations, Megan will be doing full postures, and I'm going to modify a few of them. And then I'm doing a warrior series with you today, and during the warrior series, Megan is going to do traditional arms. And I'm going to show you some optional arms, okay? Which are not necessarily modifications, they're just a different option. So you can take whichever you like, and you'll have both of us to look at to figure out which one you want to try today. So let's get started. We'll stand, feet hip distance apart, roll those shoulders back and down. Engage your core and breathe. Take a few moments here to set your intentions for this class. Anything else that's in your mind, set it on the side of your mat. It will be there when we're finished. Right now, just focus on this moment. The act of forgiveness is the act of returning to present time. And that's why, when one has become a forgiving person and has managed to let go of the past, what they've really done is they've shifted their relationship with time. Opening your eyes, spreading your feet a little bit wider than your hips. We're going to start with moonflowers and sunflowers. So inhaling the arms up, exhaling down, shoulder blades come together in the back. Working with your own breath. Two more. And now we'll move into sunflowers, sweeping the arms up and then bringing them down in front, making a big circle. Still inhaling up, and exhaling down. One more. And we'll relax in mountain. We're going to do lateral flexion, so right arm down, left arm up, and over just a little, pressing down with that right arm at the same time that you're pressing up with the left. And then we'll switch, left arm down, right arm up, pulling in both directions. And coming back to mountain, we'll go into a chair flow. Inhaling the arms up, exhaling, folding, hinging from the hips. Coming down to forward fold. Hanging out here for just a minute. It's our first time in forward fold today. Back of the legs may be tight. Reversing that swan dive. And coming into chair. Arms extended. Again, sweeping up, folding. Leaving a little bend in the knees, reverse. And come into chair. We don't ever want to lock out our knee joints in any pose. Always protecting those joints. Reversing. And chair. Again, sweeping up. Folding. Reversing. And chair. One more time. Inhaling up. Exhaling, folding. Inhaling, reverse. Exhaling, chair. Excellent. Next, we're going to come down onto the floor into child's pose. So sweeping the arms up, folding forward, putting your hands on the floor, and bringing your knees down and sinking back into child's pose. This is one of our resting poses. Arms can be out in front of you. They can be back behind you like this. Knees can be together, or they can be wide, whatever is comfortable for you. From here, we're going to come on up onto all fours, stacking the joints, wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Inhaling, lifting the chest. Exhaling, rounding the back. Flowing through cat and cow with your own breath. Warming up the spine. One more each way. Come back to neutral spine, and now we're going to come into a spinal round. So right arm up, left leg back with a flexed foot, keeping that core engaged. Left arm up, right arm back with a flexed foot. And then we'll do it with the breath. Inhaling up, exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling down. Continuing with your own breath. This is very challenging for you. You can always do one limb at a time, and I'll show you what that looks like. One more each way. And then sink back into child's pose. Pulling forward to a kneeling plank. Lowering for crocodile, dropping the belly, lifting the chest, and pressing back. Inhaling forward, exhaling, lower. Inhaling, lift the chest, exhale, press back. Inhaling forward, exhaling, lower. Inhaling, lift, exhaling, press back. Again, pulling forward for plank, lowering crocodile, lifting the chest for baby cobra, and pressing back for child's pose. One more time. Pulling forward, lowering, lifting, and pressing back. Taking a few cleansing breaths right here in child's pose. And then flipping the toes behind you, pressing up into downward dog. Maybe pedaling the feet a little bit here. And then stepping or jumping forward towards your hands, reversing the swan dive. And coming up. All right, so that's our warm up. We're going to start with sun salutations next. Grab a sip of water if you'd like. Our sun salutations today, we're going to do 2 modified, all of us, and then move into full postures, and we'll do 4 or 5 rounds of full posture sun salutations. And Megan will be modeling full postures. I'll be doing almost all full postures, but the crocodile and the upward dog I'm not doing yet because of my clavicle.
Yes, I know.
All right, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna face me.
Sure.
You're not gonna laugh.
I'll try not to.
She always laughs when we face each
This
other.
is fun.
Yes. Okay. Here we go. Inhaling the arms up. Exhaling, folding, hinging from the hips. Stepping back with the right onto the knee for a low lunge. Bringing the arms up. Maybe pressing forward and feeling that nice hip flexor stretch. Hands come down. Left leg comes around. Sinking back. Pulling forward for a plank. Lowering crocodile. Dropping the belly and lifting the chest and pressing back. Right leg comes forward. Low lunge. Sinking into that hip flexor. Hands come down. Feet together. Reversing the swan dive. And coming into chair. Again, same side. Sweeping the arms up. Folding. Stepping back with the right. Hands come down. Left leg comes around. Sinking back into child's pose, pulling forward for a kneeling plank, lowering crocodile. Dropping the belly and lifting the chest for baby cobra. Pressing back for child's pose. Right leg comes forward. Hands come to the mat, feet together. Reversing the swan dive. And chair. Switching sides, still modified. Sweeping the arms up, folding, stepping back with the left. Pressing into that low lunge. Hands come down, right leg comes around, sinking back. Pulling forward for plank, lowering crocodile. Dropping the belly, lifting the chest, and then pressing back. Left leg comes forward. Hands come down, feet together, reversing the swan dive, and chair. Sweeping up, folding, hinging from the hips, left leg comes back. Low lunge. Hands come to the mat, right leg comes around. Pulling forward for a kneeling plank, lowering crocodile. Dropping the belly and lifting the chest, and pressing back. Left leg comes forward. Hands come to the mat, feet together. Reverse the swan dive. And chair. Moving into full postures on the right side, folding, stepping back with the right into a high lunge. Always the option to keep with the modifications. If you want to drop your knee, go ahead. Hands come down, left leg comes back. We're in downward dog. Pulling forward for plank, lowering crocodile. Dropping the belly and lifting the chest, or flipping the toes for upward dog. Pressing back for downward dog. Right leg comes forward. Hands come to the mat, feet together. Reversing the swan dive. And chair. Again, sweeping up, folding, right leg back. Hands come to the mat, left leg comes back for downward dog. Pulling forward for plank, lowering crocodile. Flipping the toes for upward dog, pressing back for downward dog. Right leg comes forward. Hands come to the mat, feet together. Reverse the swan dive and chair. Again, sweeping up, folding, right leg comes back. Hands come down, left leg comes back for downward dog. Pulling forward for plank, lowering crocodile. Flipping the toes for upward dog, pressing back for downward dog. Right leg comes forward. Hands come down, feet together, reversing the swan dive, and chair. Again, sweeping up, folding, stepping back with the right. Hands come down to the mat, left leg comes back, downward dog. Pulling forward for plank, lowering crocodile, flipping the toes for upward dog, pressing back for downward dog. Right leg comes forward. Hands come to the mat, feet together. Reverse the swan dive and chair. One more on the side and then we'll switch sides. Folding, right leg back. Hands come down, left leg comes back. Downward dog, pulling forward for plank, lowering crocodile, flipping the toes for upward dog, pressing back for downward dog. Right leg comes forward. Hands come to the mat, feet together. Reverse the swan dive and chair. Switching sides now. Sweeping up, folding, left leg comes back for high lunge. Hands come down. Right leg comes back, looking downward dog. Pulling forward for plank, lowering crocodile. Flipping the toes for upward dog, pressing back for downward dog. Left leg comes forward. Hands come to the mat, feet together. Reversing the swan dive. And chair. Sweeping up, folding. Left leg comes back. Hands come to the mat. Right leg comes back. Floating forward for plank. Lowering crocodile. Flipping the toes for upward dog. Pressing back for downward dog. Left leg comes forward. Hands come to the mat. Feet together. Reversing the swan dive. And chair. Again, sweeping up. Folding. Stepping back with the left. Hands come down. Right leg comes back. We're in downward dog. Floating forward for plank. Lowering crocodile. Flipping the toes for upward dog. Pressing back for downward dog. Right leg comes, left leg comes forward. Sorry about that. High lunge. Hands come to the mat. Feet together. Reversing the swan dive. And chair. Sweeping up, folding, stepping back with the left. High lunge. Hands come down. Right leg comes back. Downward dog. Floating forward for plank. Lowering crocodile. Flipping the toes for upward dog. Pressing back for downward dog. Left leg comes forward. Just lost my balance.
I thought you were going down.
Hands come down, feet together, reverse the swan dive, and chair. One more. Sweeping up, folding, stepping back with the left. Hands come down, right leg comes back. We're in downward dog, pulling forward for plank, lowering crocodile. Flipping the toes for upward dog. Pressing back for downward dog. Left leg comes forward. It's hot in here. It is. Hands come down, feet together. Reversing the swan dive. And chair. And relax, get some water. I'm gonna open windows. All right, I think the new studio might need a fan. Okay, I hope you're all feeling good. Our next flow is a warrior series. We're going to go through it 2 times on each side. The first time will be traditional arms and movements for both sides. And then the second time, I'm going to show you some optional arms. Megan's going to stick with the traditional, and you choose which feels best for you. At any time that you need a break, take a break, okay? If your arms are out here and they're just really like burning, put them down for like 2 or 3 seconds and then bring them back up. Always an option. Same thing with the legs. If you're in this bend for so long and this is just really burning, You don't think you can do it so much anymore? Straighten the leg, count to 3, come back in, and you'll typically be okay. If you don't want to stop completely and take a break, okay? So, Megan's gonna turn to the other side of her mat, so we're facing the same way when we do this. Take one step back, Megan. We're gonna start in downward dog. So sweeping the arms up, folding forward, stepping back with your feet, coming into downward dog. Ears are between your shoulders. Heels are trying to get towards the floor. They may or may not, that's okay. And hips are pressed high into the air. Shoulder blades are rolled back and down. We're gonna lift the right leg behind us. Swing it through. Plant the left heel with toes pointing at about 10 o'clock. And come up for warrior one. If those toes or that ankle is uncomfortable on that back leg, you can just do a high lunge. Not a problem. Hips are squared. Arms are up, shoulder blades are down and back. Core is engaged. This is warrior one. Shifting open the hips for warrior two. Back foot is now parallel to the side of your mat. Front leg is still bent. Arms are at shoulder height and we're looking over the right fingers. Core is engaged. Dropping that left hand and raising the right hand for reverse warrior. No pressure on that left hand at all. Your core is holding your body up here, looking up at those top fingers. We're just resting this hand gently on our leg. Keeping that right leg bent. Coming back to warrior two, bringing that right arm onto your thigh. Left arm comes up and over for side angle. Trying to make a nice straight line from the tips of your fingers to your toes. And straightening that front leg, bringing that left arm straight up and the right arm down for triangle. Making sure this top shoulder is open. Resting this right hand at your ankle, maybe up a little higher to get some more length and openness in the shoulders. A block comes in very handy here if you need one. You can put it all different ways and get a nice open triangle. Maybe shift up just a little. Look at how that shoulder opens. See that? And then bring the hands down to the mat. Come into downward dog. Megan and I are going to shift. You guys stay right where you are. Left foot rises up behind you to float. Swing it through, plant the right heel. Come on up for warrior one. Toes are pointed on that back foot at about 2 o'clock. Hips are squared forward, shoulder blades are down and back. Core is engaged. And then opening up for warrior two. Looking over the left fingers. Keeping a soft knee on the right leg. Right arm comes down, rests on the right thigh. Left arm comes up. We're looking at those left fingers. No pressure on that right hand. Keeping the bend in the left knee. Breathing through this. Coming back to warrior two. Taking the left arm, palm up, leaning it on the thigh, and right arm comes across, making that nice straight angle. And straightening that front leg, bringing the left arm down, right arm up, opening up that shoulder, maybe coming up a little bit higher if needed to open that shoulder for triangle. Looking up at those top fingers if it feels good. Bring the hands down to the mat, coming into downward dog. Megan and I are shifting. You guys stay where you are. Moving the right leg behind you. Swinging it through. Planting the left heel. Coming up for warrior one. Hips are squared, core is engaged, shoulder blades are down and back. Take a few deep cleansing breaths here. And then if you want to, take those arms, clasp them behind your back, and fold forward over that front leg. Or stay right where you are like Megan in traditional arms. Coming back up to traditional arms and then opening up for warrior two. Few breaths here. And then if you want to, take your right arm over your left arm, twist it around till your palms come together. This is called eagle arms. This is difficult. Take your right arm across your body, grab the upper arm, and pull. If it feels good, give a forward bend in eagle arms. Using those core muscles. Carefully bringing yourself back up, opening up to warrior two. And dropping that left arm, right arm comes up for reverse warrior. Looking up at those top fingers. Bringing the right arm down, palm up onto your thigh, left arm over. A few cleansing breaths here. And then if it feels good, bringing that right arm out for extended side angle. Bringing the arm back to your thigh, straightening the leg, coming down for a triangle. Looking up at those top fingers. And then bringing the hands down to the mat, coming into downward dog. Maybe now you're going to shift. Loading your left leg up, swinging it through, planting the right heel. Coming up for warrior one. Hips are squared, shoulders are down and back. Core is engaged. If it feels good, bind those hands behind your back and open up the chest. Fold forward if you'd like to. Coming back up. If you are doing traditional arm poses and your arms are really burning, option for prayer hands at any time. Opening up to warrior two. A few cleansing breaths here, taking that left arm over the right. Megan, can you demonstrate prayer hands? And then maybe falling forward if it feels good. Coming back up, opening for warrior two. Bringing the right arm down, left arm up for reverse warrior. Bringing that right arm down to your thigh, palms up. Left arm goes over for side angle. If it feels good, bring that left arm out. And then bring the arm back, straighten that front leg. Come into triangle. Looking up at those top fingers, if it feels good. Coming up a little on your leg to open up those shoulders. And then bringing the hands down to the mat. Coming into downward dog. Dropping to the knees. And coming into child's pose. Maybe bringing your arms to the back where your hands are by your feet to relieve those shoulders a little bit. Putting your hands back in front of you, flipping your toes, pressing up and stepping your feet towards your hands and coming up. Grab a drink. We are sweating over here. New studio definitely needs a fan.
It is so hot in here.
Mm-hmm. All right, but that's good.
Yeah.
You're getting a great workout. All right, for our balance today, we are going to do tree into warrior three. I'm going to teach you how to do this. So traditionally, when we do three in this class, when we do tree in this class, we strive for getting the foot all the way up here, okay? But when you're linking balance poses, moving from this position into another balance pose is pretty challenging. So we are going to stick with level 2 tree with the foot on the calf, hold that, and then move into warrior 3 from there without a break, okay? So I'm gonna stand sideways so you can see my whole body and I don't kick the wall.
We have a wall now.
We do have a wall, so if you need your wall, you can use it. I definitely recommend using the wall for warrior 3 if you've never done it before. You can use it sideways or forward on. Maybe I'll just show you warrior 3 first so you know what we're getting into. Why don't you do it then?
Okay.
Okay, so she's going to start in a high lunge with her arms up. And then she's going to take a few breaths and then launch onto that front leg and come up into warrior 3. And this is traditional warrior 3, okay? One down. Good job. Now, if this is your first time doing it, she's going to do it towards the wall. And she's going to put her fingertips on the wall to help with her balance, okay? So let's do that again, Megan. Arms up, take a breath, and launch forward, hands on the wall, yeah? And she can get into perfect position here and feel how that feels and strengthen those muscles using the wall to make sure she doesn't fall, okay? So if you are using the wall, if Megan's using the wall, you're working on your strength and your position and your alignment. And you're getting your body to memorize how that feels. Then when you get off the wall, your muscle memory will kick in and you will work on your balance. Okay, so either way is fine. We're gonna stand sideways. And we are gonna take our left, ground your right leg. Get that nice and grounded. Left leg comes up. I'm going to turn forward so you can see that, but then I'm going to turn back. Left leg comes up onto the calf. Do not put your foot on your knee joint, okay? Hands are in prayer to begin with. Core is engaged. And then arms can come up if you feel good. This is tree pose. Taking some nice deep breaths here. And if it feels good, without putting that left leg down, kick it back and come forward into warrior 3. Arm options for warrior 3 are arms out to the back or on your hips. Looking down at the floor, if your leg is all the way behind you. If you are more like this right now, that's okay, but your goal, we're not in it right now, Megan, you can come on out. Your goal is to keep your spine in a straight line from the top of your head all the way to your tailbone. So you don't want to be with your leg like this and looking down, okay? So you just want to keep that spine in alignment. So if you're like this, your gaze should be in front of you. If you're like this, your gaze is down, okay? Now we'll do the other side. I'm gonna move to the other side of my mat. So you have room.
Thank you.
And we'll start with the right leg coming to the calf. Again, I'll show you what that looks like this day. Hands are in prayer. And then opening up. A few deep breaths, get yourself nice and grounded. And when you're ready, that right leg goes back, arms come forward. Warrior three. And relax. Awesome. A little wobbly today, that's okay. Every day is different. I think last week she was perfect and I was wobbly, so it's all good. Just honor your body. I really like playing with balance poses. They're one of my favorites, and trying to link them together because that's more of a challenge. So it's kind of fun. All right, ready for your cool down? Me? Yes.
Yeah.
They can't answer me.
I know,
So you're
it's just
answering for
weird.
everyone.
It's very strange.
All right, we're going to sweep the arms up, folding, hinging from the hips, coming down onto the mat into child's pose. And then pulling forward onto your belly. Arms come behind you. And we're going to lift the head and the chest and the legs for locust. Option to extend the arms out in front of you like Megan. She swapped so she didn't hit me with her hands. That was nice of her. Megan is in Superman. I am in locust. Locust protects the lower back a little bit more. So if you have any back tenderness or difficulties, you want to stay in locust. And relax. And taking your right arm, bringing your forearm across by your chest and supporting yourself up like this. Left hand grabs your ankle of the left foot and give yourself a nice quad stretch here. Maybe press that hip flexor on the left side into the mat and stretch that out at the same time. And release. Left arm comes in front. Grab the ankle with your right. Press that hip flexor into the mat. And release. Press back into child's pose. And then come on up. Shift your body so your legs are in front of you. And we're going to come into boat. For boat, you can do this several different ways depending on how you feel today. Hands can be behind you for support, and you can lift your legs just like this. That's fine. You can bring those hands under your thighs. Extend the legs out if it feels good, and then let go. Wherever you are is okay. Breathing. And release. Good. Next, we're going to move into tabletop or incline plane. We'll all start in table. I'm going to cue incline plane. Megan's going to do it. I'm not going to do it today. Feet are hip distance apart. Wrists are under your shoulders, right behind you. Fingers pointed toward your body. And then you're going to lift up into a table. making it a nice straight table. Take a few breaths here. And then if it feels good, extend those legs for incline plane, keeping that core engaged so your hips are not falling into the mat. And relax. Good. Next, we're going to come into forward fold. Extending your legs in front of you. We're going to keep the spine tall and the back straight for the first part. Just going to walk the hands towards the feet, keeping a straight spine. Feeling that extension in the spine and that stretch in the hamstrings. And then release the spine, release the head and the neck. Roll over your legs. And come back up. And return to facing so you can see me. Next, we're going to do a sage twist. So, here's how we're going to do it. Bringing your right leg up, and then bending your left and pulling it through that right leg. And the right foot comes over the left knee. So, yes, good. And Megan's doing it sideways so you can see it from both. Okay, then we're going to take the left arm, wrap it around the right knee. Right arm goes behind you and look over that right shoulder. Coming back to center, and we'll switch sides. So left knee comes up, grab that right ankle and pull it through. Left foot comes around. Right arm hugs the left knee. Left hand goes behind you and look over that left shoulder. Coming back to center. Opening up the legs into a straddle position. We're going to come into revolved head to toe. So, two options for this pose, and I will demonstrate both. Taking your left hand, and grabbing your left big toe, and then bringing that elbow to the mat. If it reaches, right arm comes over the top. If it doesn't reach, you're just going to grab your big toe and come over the top. Don't worry about the elbow part. And then coming back to center, and we'll do it on the other side. Now on this side, my elbow doesn't reach. And I don't think Megan's does either.
I'm close.
She's close. I'm not even close. So we're going to grab that big toe and come over the top. And come back to center. Good. And lie down for a little bit of ab work before our final relaxation. Clasping your hands behind your head, bringing your knees up towards your chest. We're going to come into bicycles. So lifting the shoulders and then opposite elbow to opposite knee and extend the other leg. Remembering to breathe. One more each way. Hug your knees. Then take your hands, grab your big toes, and press down so that your knees are pointing towards the ground. And then just rock on your spine. This is happy baby. And release those toes. Extend your legs out for final relaxation. Or if it feels good, you can put your feet wide with your knees leaning in towards each other. Or you can even put your feet up the wall. Closing your eyes if that is relaxing for you, otherwise staring at the ceiling. Breathing deeply and calmly. Feeling good about what you did over the last hour. Feeling that energy breath flow through your body. We achieve inner health only through forgiveness. The forgiveness not only of others, but also of ourselves. Bringing your awareness back to the room, opening your eyes, rolling to your right side, and supporting yourself into a seated position. Let's inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. I do want to let you know that if you keep up with my Facebook page, coming up in June, I will be offering 1 hour sessions on Zoom in addition to my free YouTube. They have typically been 40 minutes, but now they're going to be an hour, which is great. I will also be having a couple of workshops in person, so look for those, and some other really neat opportunities. I'm trying to figure out some outdoor classes we could maybe meet for and do. So check out my Facebook page, facebook.com/Valley Yoga, and keep up to date with that. All right, thanks. Hope you enjoyed today. Take care. Done.